Everyone, welcome back to My Perspective. I'm your host, Shelby Wright, and today we're going to be talking about how to use ChatGPT to better your mental health and self-love journey. Before we get into today's episode, I wanted to give you a little backstory on my day and some life updates. Obviously, if you don't care, just skip forward. But currently I'm laying in bed, heater's on, and I'm recording this styled as if I'm just FaceTiming one of my friends. I like the comfortability of just laying in my bed, so I think Misa wants to come in. I hear him whining. But another key update is I recently started coaching as a gymnastics coach here in my college town. And it's been so rewarding because hopefully you don't hear too much of Miso. He's sniffing all the cords and he's very interested to see what I'm doing. But what I was saying was the last time I was in a gym watching any sort of gymnastics, I almost left crying because I missed the sport so much. It was my entire life and it's really changed who I am as a person. So I'm kind of going full circle being back in a gym and being a coach. I'm not necessarily doing competitive or what they now call competitive JO. So that's like a huge transition and kind of like a mental game of me trying to figure out how to coach these girls because it's more fun for them versus like an end goal of going to college or the Olympics. So I have to tone down myself a little bit. I'm also learning to work with children, which is super awesome. And I'm also going to be doing office work and social media. So I'm very excited for this opportunity. So that's like a key update with me right now. But other than that, Miso just yawned. Other than that, I don't think much else has changed. I'm going to do little key updates each episode just to keep you all updated with my life. And hopefully I'm going to be posting every single Sunday. So that's really exciting. I'm going to have a variety of episodes being released, whether it's health, wellness, lifestyle, advice, Q&As, relationships. I'm a dog mom, so maybe something about some dogs. But pretty much a variety of stuff. Just being in my 20s is going to be such a transformative years, and I really want to take you all along with that. Okay, enough rambling for me because I hate long intros. Let's get into today's episode. So we're talking about ChatGPT, which you may know it started, I think, like it released in like November. It's a huge tech platform and they're going to start charging for it. ChatGPT, I've been using it for absolutely everything. Everything good comes with bad and everything has to be in balance. So I thought it would be so important to to introduce you all to this website, and if you don't know about it already, and then also tell you ways and how it's helped me and how it can help you with your self-love and mental health journey, because why not utilize this tool to better ourselves and make our lives easier? It's making my life a whole lot easier. So ChatGPT can listen to your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to express yourself and release any pent-up emotions. I already did this, so when I was debating between two gyms to work at, I was like putting all the pros and cons and my emotions and my feelings, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty late, so no one was up for me to kind of talk to this about. And also I've been trying to ask people for less advice and really try to figure out things on my own and be less of a burden and figure out my own issues within myself, because I don't need to call somebody or text my boyfriend and be like, hey, like, what do you think about this? And what do you think about, like, I need to make some decisions on my own. So I kind of compromised with that and used ChatGPT as like a tool. So basically, like, I was texting ChatGPT like as if I was texting my friend, and it gives you advice so fast and it's actually so good. It's not a therapist, but it gives you that vibe. Number 2 is it helps you improve your self-awareness. So chatting with GPT can help you reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, allowing you to gain insight into yourself and your own habits. So basically, it kind of just reflects everything. It's as if you're talking to a mirror. And that's what therapy is, from what I learned in my psychology classes. I've like texted in it and it asks me questions to like elaborate more, and then it puts it right. So I was talking to my roommate about this and therapy about therapy. And we were saying how, we could just talk to ourselves and end up figuring out our own problems. But the point you're missing is the mirroring part. So when you're just talking in the air to nobody, nothing is reflecting back to you as if what you're saying. So it's just going into the atmosphere, versus when you're texting this basically robot, it's having you rethink everything and kind of go full circle with your thoughts and what you truly want. Next is encouraging self-care. So ChatGPT can provide support and advice for taking care of yourself and managing stress. This one I absolutely love. So the other day, I've really been having a hard time falling asleep, even though I can basically tell you everything that helps you fall asleep. I've had this on an interview question and I went off. Like I can make the best nighttime wind down podcasts, but I do it and I still can't fall asleep. So I don't know what's going on with me. I told what's the best ways to fall asleep, and they gave me all those ways. And then I text back, I'm like, but I've already tried that. What else should I do? And then it gave me even more examples, and I thought they were really impressive. So asking for ways to like fall asleep better, or I don't know, like you name it, wake up earlier, how to finish a complete task, and habits, and creating those habits. I feel like it can really, it's kind of, okay, I'm rambling here, but when you go on TikTok, and TikTok was this like revolutionary, you can ask it a single question and it gives you a whole video, versus like if you go on Google. Fourth thing is offering distractions. So chatting with ChatGPT can serve as a welcome distraction from negative thoughts or stressful situations. Basically, it's not going to give you any like harmful or bad advice. Okay, maybe bad advice, but not like, it's censored already. So it's not going to like teach you something bad that's going to result you in the hospital or in jail or something. It's very, I'm pretty sure, like PG-13. So that can be really helpful for some people. And obviously it tells you like, I'm not a doctor, like go like see somebody, all that sort of thing. But I thought it was really impressive. Okay, so now going into how it can help your self-esteem or your self-love journey, because I feel like a lot of us are in our healing phase, and I'm going to use this definitely. It's going to help me so much, I feel like, this year. So I don't even mind that they're going to end up charging me, because I use it every day. However, everyone's going to know my secret now, and I'm kind of bummed about that, but everyone's going to know anyway, so might as well tell some people who don't know. So, boosting self-esteem. ChatGPT offers affirmations and encouragement, helping you feel good about yourself and improving your self-esteem. Basically, you could text, what are some affirmations for self-love? It gives you affirmations, and I just typed in affirmations for self-love and affirmations for post a breakup, just as an example. And some of them that came up was, I am worthy of love and respect, including self-love. I accept and love myself exactly as I am. I am capable of loving myself and giving myself the care I need. I choose to focus on my own needs and prioritize self-care and self-love. This one's my favorite. I am enough just as I am. And then some for like a breakup one, or you fill in the blank for whatever you need affirmations wise. So some is, I am worthy of love and happiness, and I'll find it in the future. I am capable of loving myself and giving myself the care I need during this time. I trust my own abilities to heal and move forward. So what I find super important about affirmations is, not only do you need to say it to yourself in the mirror or read it or really visualize it, is you need to feel it. Like when I say affirmations to myself, say recently is the lucky girl syndrome. I tell myself in the mirror all the things that I'm going to experience today that makes me lucky, or all the things that have happened to me that day that were lucky. And I try to feel myself in that moment, because to me, it makes it more likely to happen if I'm saying it, if I'm seeing it, and if I'm feeling it. So next is reframing negative thoughts. ChatGPT can help you identify and challenge negative self-talk, reframing it into a more positive and constructive perspective. So basically, if like you say like, I'm so ugly, well, I don't know why you'd be saying that to a robot, but basically going to take the information you're telling it and reframing it and telling you, oh no, you should think of it like this, giving you different perspectives and different ways of thinking, and hopefully helping you improve your negative self-talk, because our negative selves are our worst enemies. That's the only thing limiting us in life. Shh. Misa doesn't like me talking, but not him. Okay, so practice self-compassion. This platform can provide a safe and non-judgmental space for you to express your feelings and emotions, allowing you to practice self-compassion and treat yourself with kindness. It's literally so awesome, guys. I really hope you all utilize this for yourselves. And then the next one is to set goals and develop habits. So it can assist you in setting achievable goals and developing healthy habits that align with your self-love and self-care practice. So like I said, it can help you create the nighttime routine. It can tell you how to create those habits and make it a lasting, consistent experience versus just a one-night thing. It can be a workout, not like a workout plan, but more like a workout routine that's going to sustain yourself or just give you more ideas on how to achieve what you want. So another one is my roommate sent me the top 5 it probably can do that too, but top 5 TED Talks, and she was like, oh, like let's watch these this weekend and then chat about them, and she did like a bunch of notes on it. It provided her all the best TED Talks to watch versus going through TED Talk and trying to figure out which ones to watch. I'm sure this platform can also do this for books, podcasts, documentaries, like anything you name it. It's really freaking awesome. I highly recommend. So I want you all to really understand what I mean by using this for your mental health and bettering yourselves in your life. I recently looked up top health and wellness practices because that's also the thing. There's so much information out there. This kind of condenses all that information and gives you a point blank answer. I should have come up with this. Honestly, low-key what Siri could have been. Looking up top health and wellness practices, because obviously that's what I'm all about. That's my personal brand and what I like to do. So number 1, I'm going to go through 1 through 10 with you just to give you a better idea of how I would use this and how anyone else could. So first one is eating a balanced and nutritious diet. So you could ask it, oh, what is a balanced and nutritious diet? And for me, it's whole foods. It's eating mainly whole foods, eating what I want, when I want, having no rules, and really just allowing myself to know when it's full and hungry and not restricting. Next is exercising regularly. Moving your body, whether it's yoga, HIIT, runs, doing whatever you typically enjoy to do. I like cycle syncing. Y'all already know that. Next is getting enough sleep. I don't think this is talked about enough. If you have to get women in general have to get more sleep usually than men. I don't know why people don't sleep. I look forward to sleeping every single day, and in the morning, right when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go back to bed. Next is drinking plenty of water. I also don't understand how people don't do this. I have been a water girl since day 1, since my mom told me that's where my headaches come from. I have gone in arguments with teachers, with coaches about always having my water on hand. I probably drink 1 gallon to at least 2 gallons a day. It's an issue. Next is managing stress through activities such as meditation or yoga. Oh my goodness, meditation. I'm so happy I started to do it this past year. I use Mimi's Bouchard's. Oh, it's called Superhuman. I try to do it every day, whether it's on a walk with my dog. It's really nice that I know my subconscious mind is listening to, even if I'm not paying attention. I'd probably get more benefit if I just paid attention, but I'm just all over the place. Next is avoiding harmful substances such as tobacco, excessive alcohol. So I'm pretty anti-vapes. I won't even live. Actually, that's a lie. But I just don't like vapes. I don't like the smell of it. It's an ick. Tobacco. Okay, if we're thinking weed, still not my favorite. Alcohol, once in a while thing. I'm almost 21, but I'm not a huge partier. I'm not out every weekend. I'll go out once or twice a month, if that. That's pretty much it. Next is seeking regular medical checkups and preventative screenings. Oh, this is so important. So going to see your regular doctors, your dentists, your eye people. I also think of this as like chiropractors, naturopaths, super important. The other one is taking breaks and practicing self-care. Listening to this podcast is self-care, so I'm so proud of you all for listening to this. And really being in tune with your body to know when you need rest, when you're about to get sick, when you honestly should be taking breaks before you even get sick to prevent that. Listening to when you're more tired, when you're more hungry, just being more in tune with yourself, not trying to push, because that's what leads to burnout, and then everything kind of goes out the door. Next is building and maintaining strong social connections. This is my hardest one because I've kind of prioritized everything else, but maintaining those friendships, people is what makes you happy. People is what makes you live longer. That is just like a statistic somewhere. I know that. So don't push the people away that love you the most. Learn to find the low maintenance friendships if it's really hard for you and you're always busy, because they'll always be there, and you don't have to constantly be texting and emailing and FaceTiming these people. You just know that you can meet up with them once in a while and know that they're your friend. So lastly is staying mentally active through activities such as reading, learning new skills, and engaging in hobbies. This is so important, because reading, I don't know why I was so hated reading growing up. I honestly couldn't read. It was so bad. I had such a bad reading learning disability. Like my mom, she had to buy this whole kit for me because I was behind multiple years in reading. I don't remember if I was in 3rd grade or something. I still couldn't read. But it said the cat is on the tree. And I would read that perfectly fine. The next page would be the cat is under the tree, or something very similar. And I just couldn't remember what I just read. And my mom is like, "You just read it." And I'm like, I don't know what it says. I don't remember. And that really put me in a bad place with reading. So I didn't read until I think the summer going to college. I started reading self-help books and business books. So that was a really good foot in the door. And then I read my first nonfiction book, which might have been a Colleen Hoover book. I'm not quite sure. But oh my goodness, I was I've been missing out. And I read in pictures. Most people do. So it's as if I'm watching a movie in my head. And I feel so much more productive, and my brain just relaxes. And then learning new skills, so pickleball, art, puzzles, all those things. So I've really tried to prioritize having hobbies this year, because we're going to work, we're going to do sport, we're doing all this stuff for the rest of our life. But if we don't have hobbies, what are we going to do on our free time? What are we going to do with our friends and our partners when work and family, not family, but kids aren't a thing? I want to go to a pickleball on Sunday tournaments and do book clubs on Wednesdays and Monday night puzzles with the girls when the boys are watching football. I want to have other things that I love to do to keep me occupied in life, but not feel like I'm obligated to do these. It's just for fun. It's stimulating. You don't have to be good at it. Hobbies, you do not have to be good at it. You just practice and you enjoy it. And I think finding other people who like those hobbies as well, kind of enjoying your inner child. I grew up so fast, so it's nice to know that I can always go back. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of me going into how to use ChatGPT. I've showed you ways you can use it for your mental health, your physical health, self-esteem, your confidence, your self-love journey, and I went into 3 scenarios, whether it's using affirmations or asking a straight up question on what I've used. And it's one of the greatest tools, I think, that's come this past year. And I really hope you all use it in this positive way versus abusing it, because you can abuse anything. I post on every Sunday, and I try to stay active on social media. Oh, that was also an update, is I'm off social media for this whole week, and I'm going to talk about it in another episode about what I've learned, what I've accomplished from it. However, that's for another day. I really hope you liked today's episode. I keep saying the same thing, but follow the show, follow my socials. They're all linked down below, and I hope you have a great new week ahead and you feel productive. Maybe ask ChatGPT ways you can be productive this week. Okay, I love you all so much, and thank you for listening.